All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a 49er video as we break down everything that happened on Kyle Shanahan's press conference, or I should say in Kyle Shanahan's press conference today on a Monday. And, of course, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle. The best barbecue in all of Northern California is Pig and a Pickle. Check them out. They're in Emeryville. They're in Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Check out Pig and a Pickle. We're also brought to you by Sleeper, the fastest growing fantasy platform in the world. It's a one-stop shop. You get blazing fast news, real-time stats, group chat, season-long leagues, and, of course, Sleeper picks for daily fantasy. Use promo code Larry. Sleeper will match your first deposit up to $100. Links in the description. Terms and conditions do apply. All right, let's talk a little bit about Kyle Shanahan's press conference. He spoke today, a day after the 49ers knocked off the Tennessee Titans for their 10th win of the year. And the first note was that Spencer Burford checked out pretty good, both knee and ankle, and he's expected to be able to practice this week, according to Kyle Shanahan. So that's good news. It's good news that Burford is headed back to practice. They need him badly. They don't have a backup for Spencer Burford now that Ben Barch has been put on season-ending IR. Okay, other notes, 49ers, Jacob Cowing had his practice window, his practice window is expected to be open next week for the Chicago Bears, according to Kyle Shanahan. Cowing has yet to play this year, and yet the Niners really like him. He's got 4.3 speed. He was a productive player in college, and they're going to open his practice window for the Bears game, and we'll see if they activate him. It would be great to see him out there. He gives them a vertical element that they don't have without him. Other notes, 49er linebacker Tatum Bethune, defensive lineman Sam Aquinu, defensive tackle Jordan Elliott, and linebacker Eric Kendricks are all expected to return to practice this week, according to Kyle Shanahan. Bethune's got a high ankle sprain, same with Aquinu. Jordan Elliott's, I'm not sure exactly what his injury is. Kendricks had a hamstring, but they're all expected to be back at practice this week. That is a great sign for the Niners. Shanahan also said today that the two times that they have elevated Sebastian Valdez from the practice squad, but then had to make him inactive for the game, was meant as a means to reward his hard work at practice when they didn't need both elevations for that week. So basically, Valdez got a game check for those two games. And when I say a game check, he got a non-practice squad game check. The NFL minimum is right around $800,000. The practice squad is right around $200,000. So if you're getting a couple game checks, you're getting 1/16 of $800,000, which is the league minimum. So it's quite a bit of an extra cash deal for Valdez. So they're trying to reward him. Now, it'd be great to see him out there because he's a really good interior pass rusher. But both times they called him off practice squad, gave him a game check, but he is yet to play in a game. It would be great to see him out there. Also, according to Shanahan, Ricky Pearsall irritated his knee and has a low ankle sprain. So Kyle said he's unsure if Ricky will be able to practice this week. And this really is the issue with Ricky. It's just that it's not that he can't produce. He can produce. It's not that he's not good. He is good. It's just that he can't stay healthy. And he can't stay healthy. The biggest ability is your availability. And he's been unable to stay out there on the field. And that's kind of a problem for the 49ers because they need somebody who can produce consistently. I mean, he does it for a week. He gets hurt. He's out. And we'll see exactly what it looks like this week. As far as the total number of players looking to return to practice this week, Tatum Bethune, Sam Aquinu, Yatir Gross-Matos, Nick Martin, Spencer Burford, Eric Kendricks, and Jordan Elliott. So the 49ers are getting 7 players back, and 6 of them are defense, or I should say, I guess 6 of them are defensive players. Bethune, Aquinu, Yatir Gross-Matos, Nick Martin, Eric Kendricks, and Jordan Elliott. So 6, do the Niners need help on defense? Yes. But they are getting 6 players back at practice this week, all on the defensive side. And they can do nothing but help, right? I don't know if those guys are going to play this week against the Colts or not, but it can do nothing but help to have all these 6 guys back at practice for sure. And then Kyle Shanahan also stated, he was asked about Jordan Watkins. Watkins is a guy that I absolutely know is good enough to play. But he said, according to Kyle, Watkins needs to show on the practice field that he's better than the guys in front of him in order to get opportunities. And all I got to say is wait until this kid gets an opportunity, and you guys are all going to see for yourself exactly what he can contribute. Then you can decide if you feel like he was better or worse than what they had. I think he's better than what they have. I really do. I think he's better than Bourne. I think he's better than Cowing. I think Watkins is really has some major upside potential. And I think he is one of the best guys they got. But according to Shanahan, he's got to prove it in practice before they're going to feel good about elevating him. And it makes sense, but there you go. That's the word right there from Shanahan. Watkins will get on the field when he does it in practice. Especially around the holidays, it feels like there's a new scam popping up every day. Fake deals, weird payment requests, stuff that just doesn't feel right. That's why I'm a lot more careful than I used to be when I'm sending money, and why I've really come to appreciate Cash App. Scammers know the holidays are busy for everyone, which can make us all targets for scams. And that's why Cash App builds in protections to help keep your money safe while you're checking off your shopping list. If you're about to send money to someone for a deal that's too good to be true, and then Cash App flags it as a potential scam, they'll warn you before you send the money. Cash App also gives you an extra layer of protection with features like security lock. You can require a PIN, Face ID, or fingerprint to unlock your account and move money. So even if someone gets a hold of your unlocked phone at a holiday party, your money is right where you left it. That's extra peace of mind, and it goes a long way this time of year. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can get our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. For real, just download Cash App, use our exclusive referral code, which is Secure10. Secure10 is our exclusive referral code in your profile. Then send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Promotions provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Niners open as a 5.5-point favorite, by the way, against the Colts this weekend. According to Adam Schefter, Phillip Rivers will officially start against the 49ers on Monday Night Football. So that absolutely is going to happen. The Niners have now won 10 games or more in 5 of the last 7 seasons. They're one of only 5 teams in the NFL to do that, along with the Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, and Rams. So you know what? A good weekend for the 49ers for sure. As far as the highest graded players, Trent Williams, Brock Purdy, and George Kittle were the 3 highest graded offensive players of the week. The 3 highest graded defensive players were Cleveland Farrell, Jason Pinnock, and Upton Stout. So CJ West also was one of the 5 highest graded defensive players. That was good to see because CJ, hasn't gotten out there much. And along with D. Winters, and also Ricky Pearsall and Demarcus Robinson were on the list as well, if you graded out to the top 5 offensive grades in that Titans game. So good to see some new names on that list, including CJ West. West is playing well. I thought when I watched the film of the game, I felt like West, was strong. He only made 2 tackles against the run, but he stayed in his gap. He was sound. I think CJ West has got a bright future. He really does. There's a lot of talent there. So there you go. There is the breakdown of Shanahan's presser from this Monday. Just to recap, Spencer Burford checked out pretty good. He's expected to practice this week. Good news. Jacob Cowing's practice window is drawing closer. It's expected to be open next week for Chicago, and maybe we'll see him activated after that. Bethune, Aquinu, Elliott, Kendricks, all expected to return to practice this week, according to Shanahan. Sebastian Valdez, for those who are like, hey, man, he's been elevated twice. He hasn't gotten in there. He has gotten game checks, so that's good for him. But as far as he's still yet to contribute in the regular season in a regular game. And then maybe the biggest one, Ricky Pearsall, irritated his knee. He's got a low ankle sprain. The low ankle sprain probably came on the first catch. Shanahan said he's unsure whether or not Ricky's going to practice this week or not. His status for Indianapolis is obviously up in the air. All right, there you go. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle. Thanks to Sleeper. Thanks to all of you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.